Welcome, sisters. My name is Jonita D'souza, your feminine lifestylist, and joining me today is beloved sister Julia, who is a member of the Exploring Femininity Sisterhood group. And I was really delighted when Julia said yes to coming on video and sharing her experience of the womb rage self ceremony. The reason we are creating a conversation around it is because I know that this is quite a triggering topic for a lot of us women. And at the same time, I know how vital it is for our well being and our life force. So today is the final day where we close the um, registration for the womb raid ceremony. And instead of me talking and talking more about it, I thought of introducing two sisters. Last couple of days ago, you met Kasha. She explained her experience, and I wanted to give you another perspective. Um, and Julia is joining us from Sweden. Welcome, sister.
Thank you so much.
So, Julia, I know that we've interacted over emails quite a few times in the last few months, and I was really curious to hear about your experience of the womb rage self ceremony. Let's begin by sharing why did you choose to invest in this ceremony for yourself?
Okay, so I do quite similar work myself, and I'm often the one holding space and creating things for other people. And at that moment when I joined, I felt really, I was in a dull, numb place inside of myself. And when I saw your email, it just spoke to me. It was like, yes, this is something that I need. I didn't actually know why I needed, but it just called to me. So it was really perfect for moving the energy inside of me that was kind of stuck at that point. And I've seen like a really beautiful wavy transformation since then.
Amazing. I like what you mentioned here about you being the space holder. And often we ignore this. I know for myself that when we do a lot of space holding, we often need to also go to a place where we can recharge ourselves. And what best to not do with the sisters that we resonate with. So, this is a very vital point that you picked up on. Us women, especially when we are in this world of working with women and circles and any kind of spiritual development. So thank you for giving yourself this space. I am curious to hear what was the most favorite part about this womb rage ceremony, the 3 days. What did you
Mm.
find most interesting? And maybe you can also share what did you find most challenging as well.
So most interesting and challenging was the first ceremony when we go into really kind of dissect and yeah, explore ourselves and our rage.
Mm.
So it was really beautiful because I have done so much work on this, but it's been so beautiful to see that and humbling to see how much there still is to uncover and how many layers can come up when we do engage in this kind of work. So it was really beautiful and challenging because I've been like when I was a teenager, I was a very angry teenager. And since then, I was just like kind of left anger behind me because it was such a big part of my life. So I didn't really want to go into it again. And then this gave me space to see that this anger that I have been putting away for so long has so many layers to it, and I've been uncovering them on myself, but this space really gave me the opportunity to go much deeper and feel safe in doing so. So that was the favorite, and the second one was the dragon breath. It was
Yeah.
really like open up something that needed to be opened up. So I really enjoyed that so deeply.
Yeah, yeah. I know that the dragon breath has been a life savior for me as well, especially if you yeah, when you have taken the course, you know my journey as well of having issues with expressing anger, and when you work with this breath work, you through the anger you discover some kind of power inside of you, and that is the beauty of the righteous rage that I say. So how was your experience of the dragon breath?
It was amazing. It really, like, I have, for most of my life I have problems with speaking up and opening up like in a really honest way. I've always been really like, I can say what I think, but it comes off in a really aggressive way. But this was like, it opened up a space to like sound myself in a way that feels authentic and true and not as blameful or judgmental as it would previously.
Yeah, yeah. I like that you're talking about sounding ourselves. I think we women have a lot of issues around that, a lot of judgment around that. And you work with sound as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So share with me, I'm just really curious about your experiences of maybe it could be personal or your work with other women about how do you see this aspect of relating sound and women? Like, what is the conditioning around?
Oh, it's just so important. Like it's so important to get our voice heard, because that's what we've been like putting down and being afraid of and avoiding to do. And when we get a space in which we can breathe but also sound ourselves, it just opens up so much power and beauty and like spaces within ourselves that we didn't even know that we have.
So, share with us, Julia, what did you learn about yourself through these 3 days of self ceremony, through the process that you allowed yourself to go through?
So I learned, as I said previously, that there are many layers to this, and I will have much more to uncover. But I learned that I have gotten much better at expressing my anger, which I am really happy about. And I learned that I just felt really safe in the space. So I learned that it's absolutely okay for me to have those feelings, because I'm really good at telling people that all their feelings are okay. And it just gave me this space to really embrace that within myself. So I learned that like I'm safe and I am accepted as well in whatever I feel.
Amazing. And that is so important for us to feel in our bodies, the safety. So I'm curious, Julia, if you have anything that you would like to share to the sisters who are watching or listening, um, any piece of advice that is coming up for you as we're speaking about these conversations around the womb, the anger, the rage, the dark feminine.
Mm. So what's coming up for me is just taking it like bit by bit and being really kind to yourself, because it's like eating food. Like we need to digest what we are receiving. So not taking like these big chunks at one time, and just digesting it step by step and being open to go into those uncomfortable places, but with love and kindness.
Yeah, very well said to wrap up. So, Julia, before we close, I want to really thank you for taking the time and coming up and showing up and sharing your story and hopefully inspiring the sisters watching this. And do you want to share about your work? Where can they see your work if they are interested in?
Yeah, thank you. And I'm really grateful to have connected with you in this way, because I've been following your work and it's just such a beautiful inspiration. But yeah, I work a lot of with releasing trauma from the body, and breath work is like the main thing that I do. But then it's like goes into all these branches. So I work a lot with connecting to the soul and releasing the blocks we have around that, so we can feel yummy and beautiful and embrace our sexuality and sensuality. So it's this mix of the divine and the primal being that we are. So that is my essence.
Amazing. So sisters, check Julia out on Facebook. Where can they check you?
So my personal page, Julia Ottilia, is that, and then I have like all of this YouTube channels and website and all of that, but you can get that
Okay.
through my personal site.
Okay, so anyone interested, and she's from Sweden, any sisters from Sweden can hop in, try to connect and see where we can come together as sisters and continue doing this work. Thank you for your time, Julia. I really
Thank
appreciate your presence and the work that you're doing and affecting and touching the lives of many women around. So thank you for your presence. Thank you for your work.
you. Thank you. Really honored to be here.